guys, it's Chloe and I am back at the coffee shop after about a week and a half of being away on vacation, and everything went so smoothly. I could not be more proud of my employees and just the way that everything went. They honestly had a really busy week, but it went very smoothly. There really weren't any issues that I can think of. There wasn't anything major beyond just the normal day-to-day operations. So I'm very proud of my employees and my business and how it's handled me and Mom being away. Now that we are back, however, we do have another crisis. And this is something that we have had to face kind of frequently, actually. The city of Flatwoods is under a citywide boil water advisory. If you can recall, in my last video, I talked about how Finn's was affected by their boil water advisory and how I didn't enjoy my coffee as much because it had to be made with cold brew instead of espresso. And actually, I was telling their barista about how our city has been so notorious for boil water advisories, and it has affected our business so much that we actually went out and bought a little espresso machine with a water reservoir in the back of it so that we could have that for emergencies when we are under a boil water advisory again. Now, we did this about a year ago, and we had not been under a boil water advisory since. So we have not had to use the machine yet. But today, we got a notice that we are under a city boil water advisory, and so now is the time to figure out how to use this espresso machine. Now, of course, I've been sitting on this espresso machine for about a year now. I should know how to use it. I've had ample time to learn how to use it, but I hadn't had to, so I hadn't done it. And that is poor planning on my part. I will completely admit that I should know how to use it. I should have taken the time to at least make my drinks with the little espresso machine so that I knew how to do it when the time arose. But here we are. I'm going to practice using this espresso machine so that we are prepared and ready for Saturday rush having to use this little espresso machine. We were under the boil water advisory a couple hours before closing time today, so the employees that were here did work on using it, and it went pretty smoothly and it was fine. But our evenings are much more slow, so I do want to get a groove of using this machine and figuring out how to speed things up for tomorrow because it's a Saturday, it's going to be busy. This is a Rocket Appartamento. You can kind of see it in the corner there. I'll show a close-up in a second. But it is not meant for commercial use necessarily. It is a home espresso machine. Most commercial espresso machines are not going to have the water reservoir in the back. They're going to be directly plumbed into a water line. But that's the issue that we have when we have a boil water advisory because we can't use that water. So, home espresso machine it is. This is purely an emergencies only espresso machine for us. Now, it's a very nice espresso machine, and if you get one of these for your home, you're probably pretty bougie, honestly. We've got it. It's a very nice home espresso machine, and it's going to get us through these days like this where it's an emergency and we've got to have something to get us through the day. Boil water advisories really shut us down. I mean, we can use cold brew that's already been prepared or was prepared with bottled water. We can use our lemonades, we can use bagged ice from the gas station, but we can't do drip coffee, we can't steam milk. It creates a lot of problems and things that we can't do, and obviously, in a business sense, you want to avoid doing that as much as possible. And even though it's completely out of our control, there was a time when this was happening so much that it did kind of seem to reflect on our business because we were always under a boil water advisory, and so customers couldn't depend on us to give them the product that they wanted. It's still an inconvenience to our customers. It's still an unpredictability, and we don't want to have that. So again, we made this purchase to avoid this happening. And I don't know how well it's going to go. I am afraid that after the rush and the busyness of the day that this machine might just, it might not want to keep pushing through. I don't know. I do think it's going to give us longer wait times and it's going to slow us down. My hope is that people can appreciate the preparedness and the extra effort that we took to be able to still serve the same product, that it will still go pretty well even with the longer wait time. So I was already planning on doing a video making every single one of the August drinks just so I could show you guys what they are. Now I'm going to make them using our new little espresso machine. Ow! So now this video is going to have a dual purpose. I'm going to practice using this little espresso machine and show you guys the August drink. So it's a little 2-in-1 kind of deal. So this machine is a Rocket Appartamento. Again, it's a home espresso machine. It has a little reservoir in the back. It takes a little bit of time to heat up and build up pressure, which our normal espresso machine does that. But the water can constantly be heating up throughout the day. But with this, when it runs out of water and we have to refill it, it will, I assume, need to take some more time to heat up again. I don't know how that's going to do in the midst of a Saturday rush. So I guess we'll have to see how that goes as well. The good news is, as far as making the espresso, pulling the shots, it's about the same thing. So there's not that much learning that you have to do. But again, as it's a home espresso machine and it's not meant for commercial use, there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve because there's some different processes that we're going to have to take. So with All Reliable La Marzocco, when I go to pull a shot, I'm going to click. I have both of these programmed to do a double shot, so it doesn't matter which button I hit as long as it's not this continuous run. But whichever button I hit is going to pull a double shot, so it's going to run the shot and it's going to count how many seconds it takes to pull the shot up here. So then we can determine by looking at the number whether or not it was a good shot. That's very simple. With this, you have to pull this lever to pull a shot, and then it doesn't have a number to count down how long it takes the shot to pull. So we're gonna have to sit a timer right here, and I don't know, like use a timer on our phone or something and determine that the shot is pulling at a good pace. Another thing is that this thing is not going to shut off on its own. The La Marzocco is programmed to shut off whenever it reaches a double shot. This one, I have to look at my cup and turn it off when I get to 2 ounces, which is gonna be a double shot. So just slightly above 2 to account for the crema, but I think the shot pulled well. Since I'm filming, I didn't time it, but you get the gist. So the first drink I'll make is our Cookie Monster Mocha. So that one is a latte, so of course espresso, and then we're going to add chocolate, vanilla, and brown butter. That sounds like a lot. When I add multiple flavors, I'm going to split our normal amount of syrup, but evenly, so that it's still the same amount. So for example, a large iced vanilla latte would have 6 pumps of syrup. So if I was going to do cafe mocha with brown butter and vanilla, then I'm going to split those evenly. So it's not 6 pumps of every syrup, it's going to be a mixture that is going to total 6. So this drink sounds like it's going to be super sweet, and it is pretty sweet, but it's not as sickeningly sweet as you might imagine. So here's where the drink really gets special. It's going to get a blue cold foam, and then it's going to get Oreo crumbs and Chips Ahoy crumbs. The Oreo crumbs can be bought already crumbled up, so that's easy peasy. The Chips Ahoy I have to buy normally, and then crush them ourselves. So we've got this beautiful drink right here. Let's see, I'll show it from another angle so you can see. It's beautiful, she's delicious, and Cookie Monster would love her. Another thing I'm gonna have to test out is whether or not she is capable of steaming milk at the same time as I'm pulling an espresso shot. I don't really know what to think about that. I've had home espresso machines in the past, and I don't believe that they had that capability, but she's a little pricier than your normal home espresso machine, so we're gonna see what happens. Okay, pull that. Okay, she did it. My milk's a little frothy, but I was trying to pull a shot and steam milk at the same time. I wouldn't be doing both at the same time. So I need to practice again steaming milk to my normal standard and see if it still does well. Okay, so I tried again. She's silky, she's beautiful. This machine is great. I might take this home when we're not under boil water advisory. So I'm going to use this milk to make a Neapolitan macchiato. And honestly, I would probably recommend this drink iced, but we're gonna try it hot. So, I mean macchiato in the sense of a latte macchiato, like we talked about in previous videos. Upside down latte. So you're gonna do vanilla and milk first, and then espresso. And of course, it's not gonna do this as well in a hot drink, but with the ice, it's going to layer and be very pretty. And that's why I chose a macchiato for this drink, because I'm going for the layered Neapolitan vibe. But again, in the hot, it's not gonna do that so much. Then we do chocolate drizzle and strawberry cold foam. This is another debated topic in the coffee world because people cannot stand the idea of putting cold foam on a hot drink. And I was against it at first too, But then I stopped and thought about it. And because people talk about it like, you can't put that on a hot drink. It's cold. It's not safe to put something cold on a hot drink. We put whipped cream on hot drinks without even thinking about it. I don't know why cold foam would be any different. But anyway, it took me a while to come to terms with it. I'm going to be so honest. But people love it, and I'll show in just a second. But if you do it right, it layers on top perfectly fine. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's very popular here. Okay, look. She is stunning. Look at that cold foam. Ah, delicious. I haven't tried it yet, but the next drink I'm going to make is a breakfast in bed, which is a latte with maple and salted honey butter. This one I came up with because I woke up one morning and thought, I want to make a drink that tastes like a pancake, which of course, maple. And then we also had a salted honey butter syrup that we bought out of curiosity once without really a plan for it. I usually don't venture out too much, but this one is a certified Chloe drink. So I practice with my milk again. And I will be the first to admit that I'm not good at latte art. I've had some times where I thought that I was getting better at it, and nah, she's a little too frothy. It's okay though, still delish. Here's another August drink that is not espresso based, but is affected by the boil water advisory, and that is our Nerds Refresher. So I've already got our grape and strawberry syrups and a pump of the Next Level Energy syrup. And then it takes sparkling water and ice, both of which are problems in these days. So the fix for sparkling water is pretty simple. Just buy sparkling water instead of it coming out of our machine, which is upsetting because that machine was a little expensive and then we have to go buy more sparkling water. But the next problem is ice, but the solution to that is pretty simple. We have a gas station right next door. We just go buy bags of ice from them, which is still not ideal because that ice is chunky. It's hard to work with, especially for blended drinks, but it's going to get us through the days of boil water advisory. The last step for this drink, and my favorite part, is we're going to add rainbow nerds to the top. And this drink tastes just like Nerds, and it's really surprised me because it has not been very popular. Maybe because it's this dark color, it's not as appealing as most of my featured drinks, but I still think it's amazing. It's not been a hit seller, but it's really good. Another drink we have for the month of August is the Dreamsicle Matcha, and I didn't really think about this until now, but to make a matcha, we use the hot water from our drip coffee spout and whisk the matcha with that hot water. I, of course, can't use that. So I'm going to try steaming some bottled water with my espresso machine and then whisking the matcha in that. I don't see any reason it wouldn't work. I think it's just going to be a pain in the butt. But we will get through it. So this is the Dreamsicle Matcha. It is an orange vanilla matcha latte with orange cold foam. This one I didn't expect to be as popular as it is. Now, it's not by any means a top seller. Most of the time when I put a matcha drink on the menu, it's one of the bottom selling drinks of the month. Matcha is just kind of niche for people, at least in my area it seems to be. But this one has sold really well. I kind of thought Dreamsicle Matcha might be a little too weird, but it's been received pretty well. And I've not tried it yet. I'm not a big Dreamsicle person or a big matcha person, but since I'm here and I made it, I think it's my duty to try it. Okay. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. The cold foam really makes it, but yeah. That tastes just like a Dreamsicle bar. What do you know? This last drink is the only one that's not really been affected by the boil water advisory, and that is the log cabin. So we've got a marshmallow drizzle that we put inside the cup. This drink is a pumpkin marshmallow chai, and then it doesn't come with cold foam, but a lot of people get it on top. Then you're gonna add graham cracker crumbs and more marshmallow drizzle. It's delicious and it's perfect for fall. I didn't expect how popular this drink was going to be. I mean, I did. I knew that people were wanting pumpkin and that it would be exciting. The Neapolitan and the Nerds have been some of the least popular, and the log cabin has been crazy popular. In fact, the log cabin has surpassed the hayloft in sales as of the first week of August. It was more popular than the hayloft. That basically never happens. The hayloft is always the top seller, and the log cabin beat it out. I mean, I can see why. It is beautiful. It's delicious. Tastes like pumpkin ice cream. I think that my test run of the Rocket Appartamento went pretty smoothly, and hopefully things go smoothly tomorrow. I think this machine is excellent quality, especially if you're looking for a home espresso machine. Now, I would not want to run my coffee shop on this machine, simply because it's not meant to run a coffee shop on. This is our emergency machine. But to be an emergency machine, I think we're going to be in a pretty good spot. I will be back and update you guys and let you know how things go in the heat of a Saturday rush, but I have high hopes. Okay guys, it's Saturday morning. I've got the machine turned on so it can be building up pressure, getting ready to heat up, and I'm nervous about today, but I think it's going to go okay. I made a post alerting everybody about the new machine. I tried to put a positive twist on it, like, hey, look what we've got, look how prepared we are. I did mention that there might be slightly longer wait times than normal. There definitely probably will. And I am nervous that it's going to seriously, slow us down to turtle speed. I don't know what it's going to be like. I think we're in a good position. To put it in perspective, normally a boil water advisory would shut us down to where we are only doing cold brew drinks, lemonades, chai, energy refreshers, blended drinks, but we can't do drip coffee, we can't steam milk, really any hot drink whatsoever, which sounds kind of silly because, it's a boil water advisory. What do you mean you can't do a hot drink? But those things, yes, they're getting hot, but they're not getting to a boiling point, and they're certainly not staying at a boiling point long enough to meet the requirements for the boil water advisory. So, again, it limits our options a lot. And when we've been in this situation before, we've had a lot of people leave because we can't offer them what they want. And that's frustrating for them, it's frustrating for us. Obviously, we are in a much better position today because we can offer all of these things. I need to get to baking, but I will be back and let you guys know how it went. Alright guys, I'm getting ready to take off for the day, and I will say, it's been hectic, but I expected our numbers to be a lot lower than normal, and honestly, we've still done the same business as a normal Saturday, and we've kept up with it pretty well. There were longer wait times than normal, but people, for the most part, know what's going on and have been kind and understanding and patient, and I do think that the people that know and understand are thankful that we still have the extra option and that we're still able to keep running. I think the biggest learning curve with the machine was it's kind of hard to get the portafilter up in the group head, and I have stood there several times looking like a complete idiot trying to get it in there, positioned in the right way. Other than that, it has gone pretty well. We have been running with, just one person standing at the espresso machine, just constantly making shots, pulling shots. When someone gets an order, they just throw the shots in the drink and then go. And it's gone pretty smoothly. Again, a little slower than normal, but it's gone pretty well. One mishap I did have was there is a hot water spout on the new espresso machine. And I had the bright idea to think, oh, I could use that for my Americano. Turns out, taking that amount of hot water from the hot water spout, the espresso machine, makes the machine lose pressure, and so it and stopped. But we probably had to wait 2 minutes or so it wasn't as catastrophic as I thought that it was going to be, but it did stop us for a few minutes. As far as the water staying heated up, we just continually added some extra water to the reservoir as we went, and it stayed heated up pretty well, and it kept going. So far, this thing is a workhorse, and it has done amazing, all things considered. We've also had another learning curve recently, and that is that I've finally signed our business up on DoorDash. I've been thinking about that pretty much ever since our business opened because, of course, it's extra business opportunities, but I've been a little scared of it, and finally I just broke down and made it happen. So we are on DoorDash finally. So my next video, I'm going to talk about how that's going. As always, thank you guys for watching and stay groovy.